Hi Sagittarius, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with your message for April 2020, and like the last couple of months, we are doing the same layout, 3 different tarot decks. Your top row, the Lightseer's Tarot, is all about what's now for Sagittarius. Your second row is all about what's in development and becoming, what's blossoming. And your final row, Bonefire Tarot, your second row, Modern Witch Tarot. Your bottom row is Bonefire, our lovely favorite Bonefire. And this is all about your happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment in relationship to the upper 2 rows. All of this for the month of April. As always, I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos. If you do not know where your zodiac signs lie in your Moon, Rising, and Venus, go to cafeastrology.com, put in your stats, date, time, place of birth. It will give you a very easy to follow along, comprehensive astrological chart. I am not affiliated with the website. They just happen to have one of the best astrology calculators out there as far as I'm concerned. So then once you know where all of your zodiac signs are, come back and check out the videos. All right, let's get into it. Top row, Lightseer's Tarot. This is all about what's now for Sagittarius. Your first card is the Magician. Manifestation. That's what this is all about for you. I feel when I look at the card, Sagittarius, that you feel like you are back at the drawing board, but not in a way that's negative. Not like, oh, I'm back at the drawing board again. There's much more enthusiasm for it. And you know what it is to manifest in co-creation with the universe, right? You know that feeling, and it feels as if you have discovered a way that is unique for you in manifestation, and you are reinvigorated and excited about it. So you're giving some of your longer term manifestation experiences a new look, a new view with this way that is unique to you for manifestations. Like you want to freshen it all up, and I like that for you. All right, next set 2 cards. We start with the Page of Swords. I was telling someone the other day, this page is like a little scout. You know, they go out ahead of everybody else. They go out to that horizon and they check things out. And that's the spirit in which I'm feeling your magician energy, your manifestation energy. You're kind of scouting for ways that are really effective for you to manifest. Coming with, now you have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, and you're bringing it back to your masterful self and you're putting it in action. I love it. Coming with, next is Justice. Balancing the scales for yourself, bringing yourself some inner peace and harmony. You know, I feel a sigh of relief in this top row for you, Sagittarius. This feels really freeing. You're one of the signs that will put your whole heart, your whole self into everything you do. And when there is even a whiff of disappointment, there is utter devastation within it, because you nurture so deep, so wide, so expansively. And this is not a criticism at all, Sagittarius. It speaks to the depth and the breadth of your love. And when you invest that and it is not reciprocated, that feels devastating for you. And it can sometimes be, for Sagittarius, a long road to self-investment. And, you know, that could be true of anyone. I understand that we all desire to bring our very best to all of our relationships. And so frequently we discover that we've overlooked relationship to self. And that is the space where we feel the utter devastation of disappointment, and let's just say an energy of being let down. And it's where we haven't invested in our own foundation well enough. And then that foundation falls apart, and there we are back at the drawing board. So what's really sweet here, Sagittarius, is that you are joyfully in excited anticipation back at the drawing board, because you made the discovery quite a while back that investment in self-relationship has got to be primary first and foremost, and you're doing it. And it's been a journey to balance these scales for your own self, and you're doing it. And I love that you've got the Queen of Swords here, because this queen, you know, she's got a reputation for being cold and calculating. What she really is a brilliant strategist, which I remind you of every time we see this queen. She is all heart, like you are all heart, and she'll put her whole self in, because what she's doing benefits not just her, it benefits everybody in her realm. And she knows that self-relationship is first, is primary, because it is from that foundation that she is able to make a world full of love, joy, and blessing that not only does she enjoy, everyone else enjoys. And it can be a long road for any of us getting there. And Sagittarius, you certainly have put in the scouting hours to that and figured out ways to make that happen. And in the past, perhaps, what you gave was unbalanced in terms of what you received. And here again, harmony. You've hit that groove of harmony. You understand to give from the overflow. And then we have, yeah, look, because Seven of Swords, because that kind of stuff robbed you of your joy. That's where you felt devastated. That's where you felt maybe even abandoned and lonely, because there was some quotient that was left out of it. And what was left out of it was generosity, reciprocity within self-relationship. But you've set that right for yourself, which is beautiful. And coming with it, Two of Cups. Look at this, see? Divine union within the self. You found it, and you're giving from that kind of overflow here. That's what's making the magic for you. Energy's never wasted. Not ever, ever, ever. And you discovered where perhaps you had a drain of energy, and you've self-corrected, harmonized, and no longer are you robbed of your joy. Divine union within the self makes divine union in all your other relationships. Next row of cards. This is all about what's in development, what's blossoming for Sagittarius in April. Your first card is the Emperor. Ooh, leading with your wisdom. Yeah, this is great confirmation to your top row. This is your wisdom, your experience, your solid foundation, your maturity, all on offer. All of that is on offer to your present, and that's what's being channeled into your manifestation, your dream, in a really harmonized and balanced way that creates this divine union within self. And you know, I got to go back to that queen for a moment. That's the queen who doesn't suffer any foolishness, especially her own. And that's what you spotted. That's what you discovered. You discovered where you gave away too much. And there was so much it couldn't fully be valued. And that was painful. That was hurtful. But you have since self-corrected, harmonized, and you've put a cork in that. Beautiful. So here, harmony, union, unity, divine union. It's awesome. And then with the Emperor, wisdom, experience. Yes, that's what's in development, because now you've got Eight of Pentacles, and this is a card of doing the work of your soul. And yeah, the journey has not been pretty at times. I know, it's been one big ugly cry at times. I get it. But now you've got the Emperor. You've got an Emperor energy in here that is seated in this chair on that throne, you know, directing all of this energy in your life. And ooh, you're gonna take it on the run, baby, there with the Knight of Swords. Awesome. I like that, because with the Emperor there, this Knight of Swords becomes much more stable than he typically is. He's very impetuous. And look, you've got Seven of Swords in your top row. You have it in your second row. So this tells us that you're moving through this phase of self-correction where you were not necessarily giving from your overflow and felt robbed of your own joy, right? So you may feel as though that you don't have a lot of experience here, but you have enough experience to know how to stick a cork in that. Again, give from the overflow. Do remember that sevens in tarot are all about heaven touching earth within your own heart space. And when that's out of balance, I mean, look at the scales here, look at the cups here, and look at the fulcrum of that 7 being out of balance. So you are righting the scales between heaven and earth within your own self. So you may feel like a newbie with this to some degree, but your collective experience, Emperor, Queen, Magician, Justice, will provide the experience required as you navigate your way through that. Yeah, and not only navigate your way through it, move into a much better realm of life experience, because that's the message of the 8 of Cups. All 8s in tarot, they're super stable, but they're super stable movement, and you're moving on from fairly decent life experiences to even better life experiences. And you're revisiting some of the energy from eclipse season, go back to last summer, and even early this or midwinter, and take a look at some of what was going on for yourself in both of those eclipse seasons, and see how far you've come. See how this has played itself out and how you are now manifesting in a frequency of unity for your own self. And then 5 of Cups. Yes. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. I know this is one of the cringe cards in tarot, but I'm not feeling it that way for you at this time. See, you're looking back. You're looking back at this. This is you reflecting upon a time of being robbed of your joy and the decisions you made that played into that. So you can look at those 3 spilled cups and go, okay, I've got self-responsibility for it. I see it now. And as you turn around, you see something different. So you've got the 8 of Cups up right here, 2 cups up right here, and together they make the 10 of Cups. These 3 spilled cups are gifts. They are blessings. They are uncomfortable gifts and blessings, and you're taking a moment of reverence for them because you understand that they shaped who you are and made you into the being who can co-create and manifest with the divine energy of all that is and create unity, harmony, and balance here. You know, that Queen is a brilliant strategist, and that's where you find yourself now. So you have reverence, you have respect for the 3 spilled cups because your intention is the 10 of Cups. And you're looking back at your 7 of Swords moments and saying, I can draw on that like an emperor would and move swiftly through that energy and continue doing the work of my soul. You've got 2 8s in this row. That's a lot of movement, a lot of energy in that direction. So you're doing the work of your soul to bring yourself a super stable foundation of joy, bliss, and happiness. And that's what's in manifestation. Okay, Bonefire Tarot. This row is all about your happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment in April. Connected to your top row, 2 top rows. You're starting out with the Ace of Wands, a divine and cosmic gift of raw passion and creative fire. Yeah, this is what's firing up your enthusiasm to take the magician's role here and do some really great manifestation work. I love that. Then you have 6 of Wands. This is victory and success, homecoming to the self. See? That's how you balance the scales. Like a boss, Sagittarius, because you have enlightenment, the Hanged Man. You've taken a different look, a whole different perspective, a completely different view on things. You've turned everything upside down and around and right side up again, and you've brought balance to it. It being your experience. And here again, 2 of Cups twice in the reading. So there's some kind of divine union within the self. And I love that both of these decks show the people embracing on the card. They're holding hands up here and they're in one another's arms here on Bonefire. So this is making divine masculine, divine feminine connection within self relationship, being your own best soulmate. But you know that when you do that and you're doing it with passion, fire, gusto, success, and victory, right? With enlightenment, that this goes out into your ripple, out into your broadcast, out into your sphere of influence. And it has an effect on all of your relationships, family, friends, beloveds. This is a theme that is erupting in the monthly readings for April. You're not the only sign that has gotten a message quite like this. So we are all doing this work of our soul, which is wonderful. And it's upgrading our relationship to self, and then in turn upgrading all of our other relationships. There it is, Sagittarius. Happy April to you. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, share, subscribe here on the channel. It's always appreciated. Leave a comment if it's in your heart to do so. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus videos as well as this one. And check out the dailies. There's so much to watch here on YouTube. Peace, love, joy, blessings, and happiness to you. Thank you, and namaste.